What's happening, sluts? It's the Commish report, and I'm going to be going over everyone's draft results. Correction, I'm going to be going over 5 people's draft results, and I'll make a second video later because you guys aren't going to be paying attention for a 10-minute video. So I'm just going to try to reduce this bad boy into 5 minutes, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And some of you are probably going, well, wait, am I in the first video or the second video? Well, you're going to have to watch and find out, huh, champ? So I'm sorry. Oh, maybe it's here. Trying to scroll through. Oh, too bad. All right, let's get this underway, shall we? Let's do it. All right, first up, we got Kamara's a bitch, aka Brad Mins. Looks like you're going with a similar team as last year. You got Alvin Kamara, which is pretty solid. Antonio Brown, if he ever decides to play. George Kittle, pretty solid, I will say. Cam Newton as your only quarterback drafted, which seems to be a recurring theme in this year's draft. Jaguars D is good. And really, with your receivers and your backup players, I'm not really too sold on. Galladay could be good. It's a little homer bias. And then Ridley could be good. Robinson could be good. But everyone else, I'm not entirely sold on. But hey, they're your backups, not your starters for a reason. On to the next. Next up, we got Andrew Stancati, a.k.a. Just Go Home. Can't believe I didn't mention this before. Got a guest star here, Mr. Zachary. Maybe he'll be a recurring guest as the season goes on. So, but Mr. Stancati, DeAndre Hopkins and Tyreek Hill, I mean, those are 2 solid receivers. Can't go wrong there. And Damian Williams, a little homerism, but I like the pick. Marlon could be a workhorse. I like that also. I like Njoku more than O.J. Howard. And then only Jared Goff as your quarterback. People, you got to realize free agency for quarterbacks is absolute trash. So that's all I got to say there. And the Chargers as your D, that's okay. And then you drafted your own son, apparently.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. On to the next one. All right, next up we got Brown, who apparently doesn't know how to place stickers. He's probably very drunk during the draft.
How was that bad? Your face.
Oh, God.
You good?
You actually held it down.
He has David Johnson and Philip Lindsay at running back, which I like a lot. And once again, with the recurring theme of 1 quarterback drafted. Maybe I'm just the weird one that drafted 2, whatever. All right, anyway. So Travis Kelce, obviously a very solid pick at tight end. That'll be very good. Keenan Allen, solid receiver. And then other than that, for your receivers, I'm just not in love with the Brown. I don't know what to say with it. And then the Vikings defense, which is solid as well. So we'll see what happens with you, Brown. I'm a little curious. Not in love with your bench, but, we'll see what happens. All right, up next, Chip, a.k.a. Crooks. First pick, you got Saquon. That's a pretty safe bet. Josh Jacobs could really be a hit or miss. I don't know how he is. I'm sure you know better than me. Chubb, obviously a very solid choice. Will probably end up being your starter, in my opinion. Other than that, your 6 running backs I think you drafted. Ooh, that's a lot of bust there, Crooks. I don't know how I feel about that. And then in terms of receivers, very good. Mike Evans, Thielen, and Green. That's a solid lineup right there. That's going to be scary playing this year. And then Russell Wilson as your QB, who's always solid in fantasy. And then the Lions defense, a little bold. Maybe some Darius Slay action there. We'll see what happens. And Jake Elliott as your kicker. I guess that's okay. I don't know anything about kickers at this point. Yeah, so let's just see what happens, Crooks. Let's just see what happens. All right, next up, we got Turd Ferguson. He's got Devontae Adams as his first pick. Very, very good pick. I think he's the best Green Bay receiver we've seen in a while. Alshon Jeffrey could be good, but they might be spreading the love a bit there on the Philly offense. Sammy Watkins, I'm not entirely sold on, but you never know. Larry Fitz, old reliable, good slot receiver, get you a couple points here and there. Play a high reception, but not high in anything else. Robert Griffin, that's a little bold strategy there in terms of QB. I know it's Drew Brees. I think that's still a good pick. And I actually happened to notice that Oh, and David Montgomery running back. I'm sorry. Okay, that's actually not too bad either. We'll see how he pans out. He has some backup that's doing pretty well. I forget his name, but regardless, we'll see how that plays out. And then Jordan Reed, pretty injury prone, but we'll see. Not very optimistic on him. Jared Cook, very solid. I think that's going to be a dark horse pick there at tight end, especially with Drew Brees. So he might be spreading the love also, but I think he'll get his share of receptions. But yeah, in terms of your running backs, a lot of them mid-tier, couple of points here and there. I'm not really sold on anyone being, real good, but no one real bad either. So we'll see what happens to you, Turtberg. Well, that's my draft analyses. And these are my top 5 teams. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Hit that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content. Or just don't. I don't know. I don't really care. Whatever. Do what you gotta do. See you later, fellas.